I can't lean back because my head's too big. It hits. So I might have issues.
How many hats do you have, dear?
It's a little.
That's the one hobby you have, huh?
Yes. I love hats and glasses.
I think you got more hats than glasses.
I do. And you know what? I've noticed I do kind of, sort of have a shoe problem, but it wasn't. Here's the thing.
Here's the problem.
Hats, I've chosen all my hats. Maybe like a baseball cap here and there, somebody else will buy for me. But when people like figure out that I'm into something, like when I was into Elvis, they got me purses, shirts, jacket. I mean, I can't tell you how many Elvis purses, and I never used them.
You could sell them.
Yeah, but it's like, it was a gift. But it's like, you know, the best thing I got was a coffee mug from one of my besties, and it's actually the cup I still use today. But it's like people buy me, like I was into Converse since I was a little kid, so I would say I have at least 40 pairs of Converse.
Gee, I didn't think it was that bad.
Just Converse. Those aren't even my cowboy boots.
Oh, my God.
My other
Same ones
tennies.
from when you were kids?
No.
You were a kid?
This has been like, let's be honest, I haven't grown much since I was a child.
Yeah.
But like as an adult, I would say that I have probably shoes that are 15 years old that are still brand new. Because people will buy them for me.
You only
And
pull
it's
one
like-
pair at a time. That's the problem.
Well, my thing is I get like stuck on certain, like I'll get stuck on like a pair of jeans. I'll get stuck on a certain hat. I'll get stuck on, so then I just wear it with everything. Boots, combat boots. I just love boots, cowboy boots. So I have a lot of boots. I have like snow boots. Like I say snow boots, but they're like suede and they're really warm. And I can only get away with them like up here, like when winter's like kicking ass. You know what I mean? But like I love shoes too.
Yeah, it was like there was a time my wife and my daughter were into, what do you call those, Uggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, Uggs.
Yeah, everybody was wearing Uggs.
Uggs are so ugly.
Well, but they were comfortable. They are ugly.
They're so comfy.
But that was it. You're the
I
right.
always got the
It's-
knockoffs.
Yeah, well, of course.
Like, here's the thing. I don't spend a lot of money on shoes because I wear the shit out of them.
It's just a name. I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I agree with you. I mean, if you have feet problems, buy quality shoes if you have issues with your feet. But other than that, I'm not going to pay for,
Like, I got little,
know.
they look like the bullfighter shoes.
those
You know what I
little,
mean?
yeah.
But then they have fringe on them.
Oh.
Yeah, they're so cute. They're not comfortable. I had to get, like, insoles. But with the insoles, I can wear them all day long.
I saw somebody with a shirt the other day that you totally would wear. It was like a white tank kind of, but it had fringe all over it.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
so cute.
I'm really into fringe. Well, you saw in Portugal.
Yeah.
The best was when I was tingling. I'm telling your daughter my fanny pack had fringe and my shirt had fringe. And I was like, there's just too much fringe going on in here and the bathroom's too small. And she's like, oh my. She's like, did you get anything wet? I was like, no, I'm fine.
I don't,
There's a lot of fringe, dude, when you're trying. And then with my long
yeah.
hair, too, there's a lot happening.
I just got hairy nipples. That's all I got.
Yeah. So you know my pain.
Yeah.
It's about as
It's a
long
type
as
of
my hair.
fringe.
Yeah.
Hey, do you recognize this shirt?
No.
You sure?
Maybe.
You got blood all over the back of it.
No.
So the back's a little discolored.
Is that one?
Yeah, this bitch. The cap wasn't on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it squirts all over my back. I was all, what the fuck?
No, I was playing with it, and then. Oh, wait. Back up.
Yeah.
I'm playing with a bottle of fake blood. I shouldn't have just said playing with it, because.
And then blood got all over me.
Yeah. So I
It
was
was that
playing.
time of the month, right?
They're
Yes.
like,
You're
what are
playing
you
with a
guys
bottle.
talking
Yeah, what? We were
Go ahead.
playing with the bottle of fake blood, and I had like an apron, so I'm just like
Yeah.
playing with it in the apron. The
She was
pocket of the
a
apron.
doctor.
You were
remember?
playing
Yeah.
Pocket Pal.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
A doctor's suit, or like a nurse, whatever.
Scrubs.
Scrubs. Yeah. I don't want no scrub.
Yeah, that's the day that it rained. And this
Yeah.
asshole was underneath the umbrella with my mom so he didn't get wet.
I didn't want my hair to get wet.
Yeah, you don't want his hair to get all frizzy.
Yeah.
I
Hello.
understand. I'm getting wet. It doesn't bother me.
No, but
And I
we're
look over. Well, I
Oh.
usually have a hat on too, so
old people could get sick.
I got soaking wet.
I was cracking up. My mom has this little umbrella,
Most
and he's
women
just like,
do when I'm around.
You weren't around. You weren't
No,
around.
I wasn't around.
No.
But you were thinking about me being around. Okay.
Anyway, so
"Oh my
I
god, did you see
accidentally.
the face of disgust?" She was like,
Ugh.
I think she just threw up and swallowed it.
Anyway, I accidentally squirted
threw up
fake
in her
blood
mouth.
on her.
Yeah. And what's funny is I was talking to Big G when it happened because all I felt was my back get wet, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I just turned around, and then her face was priceless. She was like,
And I didn't know you like that well at that time, so
Yeah.
I was slightly embarrassed
we
actually.
"Were you?" I thought it was the funniest shit. And then we went in the bathroom, and she's washing my back.
She had your back.
And then there's people from my hometown. I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And she's like scrubbing my shirt in the back, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I just got
It's
dirty."
just blood from her back, poor thing.
Yeah, we were saying jokes like
This
I
was
beat her
about what?
up, or I don't
This
know.
was about
Yeah.
what? 3 years ago or more?
No, I think
2
we
years
had really
ago.
started the show.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
That's a little longer because it's been
What?
a while.
Yeah.
No, when you guys were starting to know each
Maybe
other.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that festa was 2 years ago, not this September. The September before.
So it was only 2 years ago.
Yeah,
There we go again.
yeah,
Oh,
it
I thought
was.
it was
longer.
farther. Yeah, it felt longer.
yeah,
Oh,
interesting.
well.
Yeah, because then that was also when I started talking to Mabu.
Oh,
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
You kept it from us.
Yeah, but it was after that weekend.
Mm.
It's Fresno's fault.
that
Well.
was such a fun day.
It was.
Hanging out with them youngins in the bar.
Yeah,
I love that they were just like, "Here, you need another one? Are you thirsty? Do you?" And like they were like catering to us, and I was like, "Wow,
See,
This
that's
is
the problem.
nice.
And then your amiga came up, that older lady.
Oh, the one that want to
Oh
hang
my
around you.
I forgot about her. She totally conned me." Yeah, and your sister was like, "No, that's all lies," and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah,
I almost cried with her.
and I thought y'all were besties. Like, man, here I am. I'm being put off to the side. Just kidding.
Do you know, like, that happens more often? Like, people will come up and just start telling me, like, their life story. But most of the time, I'd say at least 99% is truthful. But that lady just was trying to get free booze out of me. And she did.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well,
She's a pretty good concert.
So did she ever, number one, did she have a daughter?
Oh man, I don't remember. I don't remember. We found out
I'm gonna have to
more
ask your
about her
sister.
at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, what the hell?
yeah, you got a nice heart. That's the problem. You believe everything almost. So
Well, I mean, this lady's in tears telling me, pouring her little heart story out and broke my heart. You know what I mean?
anything for
And little
a
did
beer.
I know I was being conned the whole
Yeah, con. Well, she was a good con
Hey,
person.
hey. I'll never break your heart. You know that song? Yeah.
Is that the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah. I think so. I'll never make you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? I got you.
Okay.
I'm like,
No, I'll never break your heart like that one lady.
Yeah. That's
Or make you cry.
one of my triggers is being lied to. I do not like being lied to.
nobody does, because then you lose all your trust.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a little white lie to cover up something, I can let it slide, but a big lie, no, that's it.
Yeah.
You're done. What you doing over there?
I wrote my name on my napkin.
Why nobody
So,
sits?
so nobody else
sits
uses-
there. I mean, God,
If I knew, I would have been like, wipe.
I guess we need to put name tags in front of us so she knows who she's
Hello,
talking to.
I am.
I am Giggles.
Hey, we're going to with her now and be like, hello, I
Hello.
am Papa Tony.
Yeah, and see if she could tell the difference. We used to do that when we took our school pictures. Remember? Well, remember we.
We weren't even born yet.
No, that's true. But we would swap names or whatever and see if they would catch us. And sometimes it got by where the yearbook come out and And that's not me, but
That's funny.
it was funny. But the photographer didn't know. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
His job was just take pictures. That had to be the worst job in the world, taking school
Of
pictures
kids.
every year. All those kids. Oh, my goodness. Do they even still have yearbooks, dear? I mean, I don't know.
I believe
I
so.
guess so.
I don't
Oh,
know.
they
People,
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, some of my young friends, they still
Well,
get yearbooks.
Don't they?
Yeah.
They have them now in elementary, don't they? Or am
Oh,
I
they
making
go
that
there?
up?
Oh.
No, I
Is it
okay.
still
When
just a
I went
picture?
to elementary, I did have one school gave yearbooks, but then the other one didn't.
We just
Or
had,
we
like-
had one year.
Yeah.
It was a class picture.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still give class pictures,
Last pictures. Yeah, I remember that in my
Yeah.
time.
but yeah, they don't do yearbooks anymore for the littles. Middle school still does,
Yeah.
and then high school, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my
Yeah.
first yearbook was middle school.
I remember my first grade class picture. I was sitting on I wasn't even standing. They put me on the front row, sitting down, and I was smiling, and I was already missing teeth, So my teeth were falling out, I should say. Let's put it that way. And God, that seems like ages ago. My goodness. Wow.
I remember my high school. I think that was my best photo. I had extensions that were as long as my hair now, and I had just gotten my braces off.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was feeling pretty good.
I should bring my
Young
old books so
confident.
you guys see what I
Yeah.
look like.
yes.
Long
Please do.
sideburns, and I had hair then.
What?
I did. Actually, I think it was my junior year. I had hair go down to my shoulders.
Really?
What?
I need to see this.
Yeah. I was.
You know what? We should pull out a bunch of old photos from when we were younger to like up to now, and we'll do like a little photo collage that's like quick.
Montage. Not
Yeah.
me. But yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
without you, because it'd just be the same paper bag. you
I
know?
remember
Yeah.
the jacket that I wore.
I'll put like what was some of the grocery stores when we were younger that no longer exist.
I remember the
Petco.
jacket. I remember the jacket that I wore for the senior school picture, for my senior year, and my mom. Well, we were poor in those days, of course. My mom adjusted it for my dad because after that, I wasn't going to wear that jacket anymore, and he was buried with it. So yeah.
No way! How cool. But that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it went from for me to my dad was small. He was tiny. That's the thing. So, but it's almost like my wedding ring. Yeah, my daughter has it now. So that's pretty cool. I just passed it on without even knowing it. So
I love that. I love that she did that.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
yeah, she has it. So she's got part of me the rest of her life. So okay, dear.
Could you imagine my dad's wedding ring will be
Oh
like
shit,
a necklace, like a choker?
those fat fingers of his. Shit, it would take two of your fingers to put them in there.
I wonder. My boyfriend has pretty fat fingers. I wonder.
Yeah, his fingers probably like this too.
That's crazy.
You're going to be happy if he's got fat fingers, huh?
Yeah, but I don't think they're as fat as his fingers.
Okay, can we not talk about how fat my dad's fingers are?
We'll have to compare.
Well, it's like when he would come in and get his hair cut when I worked at the salon. And like, poor guy. I
I'm
would
trying
always,
to start the show, but they're talking about fat
Oh,
fingers.
let's just finish our
yeah, they'd
conversation
be
about
like,
fat
your
fingers.
dad's so buff. And I'm like, he's a farmer. And they're like, but he's so handsome. And I'm like, will you stop fucking looking at my dad? I was like, I will hurt you. I was like, you know my mom comes in once a week, right? My mom will fuck you up more than me.
I never had that problem. Hey, welcome everybody. This is Rockin' on the Porch, I think. or your fat finger function, whatever we got going on here. This is Papa Tony with the two girls who love fat fingers, Giggles, and Mish.
Hey, y'all. Giggles is holding up her name napkin.
Because we don't know who are engineers.
Just in case you forget my name.
Your fat finger Giggles.
You should make up signs
Yes.
with like absurd sayings on it. So while we're doing the show, just randomly hold it up.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
You're gonna throw
We're
us
gonna
off. We're gonna be like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
I love that.
It'd be like, you look cute as fuck face. Like,
I love this. Okay, yes.
you have homework.
You need to remember.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Oh, we will. We will. No, we won't. I forgot what the hell I'm talking about.
No, I need to
I'll
do
remember.
signs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, dude. I have a very serious question.
I'm out of coffee. That's the problem. Go ahead.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
you
well.
was thirsty.
That is very serious, too.
It is, because I have to go pee.
Already? Do you want to
Shut
hit
up.
pause?
No, go ahead. There's no pausing here. Not even for menopause. Get it?
Not yet.
Menopause.
There might be menopause in here somewhere.
No, long gone.
Oh, okay,
no.
okay.
She doesn't even have those parts
They
anymore.
don't have those
Oh,
parts
that's
no more.
true. That's
They were
right.
removed. I should know. There was a cat in there.
Huh?
She when she had her surgery, they had to remove the tube that attaches to your bladder.
Yeah.
So they had to remove the tube to get to a tumor that she had on her bladder. And then they had to reattach it, and then they put a stent. Well, my mom liked for me to go into her appointments because I would literally tell her exactly what the doctor said. You know, my dad would give her like the highlights because he didn't want to worry her.
Yeah.
But I was honest with her. So when she went in to get the stent removed, she was holding my hand, but she couldn't look at the TV, like the screen. And she was like looking at me and she was squeezing the shit out of my hand. And as the doctor's going through, I'm like, I find that shit fascinating.
Me too.
You know what I mean? So I'm like all into it. And you just see like the camera going through like the inside of her. And as soon as he gets to the bladder, she's like squeezing my hand. She's like, is he almost done? And I go, is that a cat? Dude. So she goes, what? And she looks at the TV. The doctor even stopped and went, what? And he looked. And then once he realized, like, I had said it was a cat, he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I can't believe I fell for that. And then, like, he just continued the procedure. But I love that I got him. Like, I was like, he totally stopped and was like, looked at the TV, like, what the fuck?
Nowadays, what you guys shove up there, I wonder if I'm a doctor,
man.
that won't surprise me.
But I think, too, because I always brought humor into it. Like, no matter how serious it was.
to.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I always kept her in, like, a good spirit.
That's how you keep people from getting nervous.
When we walked out of there, my dad's like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And she goes, they found a cat. And he was like, what? Like, he was like, did they give you something? He thought that she was like put under or something.
No, they gave me
Gosh.
they gave me some Meow mix. What the hell? Of course they.
Catnip. Oh man, I used to fuck with her so hard when she was in the
Now you have to.
hospital.
Yes, just speaking of cats, yesterday at my work, there were some people just randomly, like, they started meowing. And then a couple of other people, in response, they started gobbling like turkeys. So
What?
there's like,
Like a war going on?
meow, and then the, what the hell?
No barking.
No,
Just
you know,
gobblers
if
and
I come across
kitties.
that again, I'll ask somebody to add in a barking noise.
You should film it so we could hear it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd be all
Oh man,
You work in a strange place.
yeah.
I really do. I do. It might be a psych ward.
There's a lot of personalities. Would you ever be able to work somewhere like that?
A psych ward?
Yeah.
I kind of do already.
So like a real one.
A real one? Maybe.
That's gotta be hard.
What would happen if somebody walked in just wrapped around cellophane? What would you say to them?
What?
If somebody walked into your office wrapped just with cellophane wrapped around them?
I'd be like, good, we don't have to deal with you.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
No, what the first thing that should come out of your mouth, I can see you're nuts.
Oh, so they're not wearing clothes.
No, they're naked. They're just wrapped in cellophane.
Oh no!
I assumed they were clothed.
No, nobody's clothed around
too.
me. God damn it.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the
And we're-
difference between us
And
and
me.
him.
The way that women think and the way that men
Yeah.
think.
No, maybe the way I think. I could be different from a lot of other men. Well,
I don't know.
I'm the nicer kind of person.
I like that you hesitated.
I'm harmless, I think.
I love that there's still a chicken stuff.
I know. This
I know.
chicken that hung
You
up
see
from
it?
last week, it's unbelievable. Our engineer is a good shot.
Always.
Just ask her boyfriend. Moving on.
Okay.
Whoa!
I didn't want to give her a chance to answer.
What are we shooting?
Whatever your little heart desires.
I have nothing to shoot.
You can squirt.
Oh yeah, that I could.
Yeah.
You're
Just we both have glasses, so we're good to go.
I got my shield, and I got this. So I can
You got the hat, so I don't have nothing, but that's okay.
Just make sure it's not your favorite hat, because
Yeah, we don't want to stain it like
Well,
she did your
this
shirt.
one's a little beat up already. Everybody loves to take my hats off my head. And that's like rule number 1.
don't touch your hat.
Don't touch my
You need
hat.
to
Don't
get
put your...
those hats with a string so you could tie it.
Oh, God, no. Could you imagine how many of them would choke me? I'd be like,
Yeah, I know.
No, I had a buddy take my hat, which I still have his fingerprints
And
on
throw
it.
it on and throw it, didn't he?
No, he went to put it on his head, but he was so drunk that he dropped it on the parking lot. So then it was like all like
Oh
black.
no!
I was like, dude, it's a white hat, bro. I was like, oh.
He owes you
Hey,
another
this hat
hat.
made of the Portugal.
Yay!
Back. Remember, they thought I was smuggling cats?
Well,
This is the second cat that we mentioned.
Yeah. Maybe it's because they're on my socks.
Mine too.
Mm-hmm.
We both have pussies on our socks.
Yeah, see?
you guys got pussies all over the place.
Mine says
Yeah.
boop.
What is
Mine
yours?
doesn't say anything. It just has cat.
Mine speaks.
And yours is blind too, right?
It only has one eye.
Not my socks. But
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. We should put googly eyes on her socks.
Socks. Yeah. You never put the googly on your.
She lost it.
She lost it.
I'll look for it.
Oh, how you gonna find it? It was so small.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Have faith.
Watch it be stuck on like her sweater next time she comes over.
Right?
Oh, there it is.
Oh well, that's okay. We'll get you some more if we have to. Oh well.
Are you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a deep one.
Okay.
Would you rather have nobody show up to your wedding or to your funeral?
My funeral.
I was going to say my funeral because I won't be able to see who didn't show up. So that's not that deep. That's pretty easy.
And the thing that would suck about the wedding is that you plan for all these people.
Yeah,
you
and they
pay
don't
for
show
food,
up,
and
yeah.
then you waste all that money.
Yeah,
So,
I'd be mad if
know.
they didn't show up for my wedding. I mean, especially, I was a little upset for my daughter's wedding because some people said they were coming and
No show.
and they didn't show. Not a lot. One had an emergency, which was fine. Excuse me. But when you have relatives close by and they don't show up,
Yeah.
that pissed me off a little bit because there was no excuse for that. I'm sorry, and you get a little butthurt. But in this case, yeah, I'll take the funeral. I don't care if they don't show up. Who cares?
But like, so you're in heaven, you're looking down and nobody's there? I'd be like, fuck, I made such a big impact.
Nah. Well, I mean, hey.
Wait, so you'd rather show up to your wedding and nobody's there?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
You know, in my case, see,
Because my first thought was funeral because I'm not going to be here. But if I can see it from the other side, I think that would kind of break my heart knowing that nobody cared enough to say goodbye.
Yeah, but it would break my heart showing up to my wedding and nobody's there. But actually, that happened to a bride recently. She invited people and nobody was there. It was just like
his side.
her husband, and then like just a few people.
Yeah, that's
was
gotta be
really
pain.
sad.
It was sad. So, see, a funeral wouldn't
I'd
bother me.
rather have a small wedding and just like a few close people.
Yeah, but plan it like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
No, I'll take the funeral.
me too. I want small.
You know how I want to go out at
Wedding.
my funeral? I want to. We talked about this cremation thing. I'm still thinking about that, and then I want my wife to take me somewhere, my ashes. You know, put it in her hand. And let's say the place I like to go. You know, where I wish I could buy a house, Pismo, and I just want her to blow the ashes from her hand and just have that feeling that she gave me one last blowjob before I died.
You know what I was thinking in my head the whole time? You trust her to do that?
No, because I know what she would
take
do.
you-
It's
she would
going to
just-
flush me down the
Yeah.
toilet.
Vacuum you up.
Well, no, because then she has to empty the vacuum, and she'll flush
Yeah.
me. I know that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was a shithead all over my life. So what else is new? So, but that's okay.
Giggles, are you sure you want to get married?
Yeah, I do.
You want us at your wedding?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know about that.
We're in the highlight
It might be October.
of this year?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's my birthday. It's your birthday
My
too.
birthday too.
Yeah. That was my parents' wedding anniversary too.
Oh.
You caught me off guard with that. you guys would do something that,
Quick?
yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word quick, but
Yeah.
You
Here?
know what he's thinking is he's thinking now he has to go see how many funerals are going to be that month, so that way he can go get the flowers. To
exactly.
supply it
No,
for
there's cemeteries. I just drive by the
Oh.
cemeteries. I don't check the funerals.
Yeah.
I grab whatever I see at the cemetery. So
No, I
know.
told him, and he was like, "No, let's try to get married sooner than later."
Well, you guys aren't no spring chickens. I mean, so.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to hatch some eggs, you better hurry up.
Yep. Gotta have time to
Well,
hatch
speaking
some
of
eggs.
hatching eggs, no. This is a happy story. Happy story. My niece is pregnant, but she's a few years older than her husband, and they both worked at the same place, and she's she's in her early 30s, mid 30s, something like that. They were down in Disneyland, and she posted, by this time next year, baby so-and-so is going to be here in September. 'Cause but I'm happy for them. I hope everything works out for them, and so I'm very happy for it. Hopefully I live long enough to see that day too, so.
You will.
You will.
Well,
Well, if it's anything like April Fool's.
Yeah. Otherwise, she's gonna kill you herself.
hey, no. I didn't say I was the grandfather. I just said, guess who's going to be
You still
grandfather?
tricked her.
I still tricked her, but
I
it
still
wasn't.
can't believe I fell for that shit. Speaking of being tricked, so when I'm working, I put my earbuds in because I'm trying to be quiet. You know what I mean? Consider I have everybody else in the house. And so I came down, made my cup of coffee, and I can't even tell you what I was watching on my phone, watching or whatever. It's YouTube. And I was right here by the stairs, and I was taking off my house slippers, and I just had like a fresh cup of coffee. So the coffee's like right up to the top, the rim almost. So I have the phone in one hand, and I don't know what it was, but I was like super into it. And I had my cup of coffee, and next thing I know, all of a sudden my mom's right in front of me, and she's like, ah! Dude, I was like, ah! And when I did that, I was like, oh, because I was like scared. I was trying not to spill the coffee. So I was like trying, and like the more I tried, the more I was moving. And she's like, what the fuck? Dude, she laughed so hard. She goes, I finally got you. And then she just walked right past me. And I was just like,
What happened?
She was so proud.
like, it's too early for this.
So proud.
That's
Dude,
what
if you only
happens.
knew, I fuck with her all the time. So
Yeah.
and I told her that was a good one. I'm very proud of you. That one got the heart going, dude.
That's a good thing you had
She's like, you
caffeine.
almost spill your coffee.
Good thing you didn't go like onto her.
Or punched her.
Yeah.
But, you know,
You had your hands occupied. You couldn't have punched her, but you
it
could have.
doesn't matter.
You could have
I'll
spilled
drop
coffee
it.
on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I knew I wasn't in danger
Right.
because it was coming from upstairs. You guys ready
Okay.
for some porch site quack?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Let's give some bad advice.
All right. Speak for
Speak
yourself.
for yourself, Miss Giggles.
I love that.
We go to college and have PhDs to give advice, and we do it free. So, and how many people are better off because of us?
Yeah.
Nobody, but how many people are better off because of
Hey,
us?
you're right.
Yeah,
We give good, honest truth.
yeah. It may not work, but
Life experience.
yes,
In some
yes.
cases.
So,
In some cases. All right, y'all. This one's from Sally. My neighbor's dog keeps coming onto my lawn and leaving little gifts behind. If you catch my drift.
yes.
I've tried hinting at the issue, but nothing has changed. Honestly, I'm tempted to scoop out my cat's litter box and leave it on their lawn as a way to make a point.
Do it. Do it.
Is that too petty, or do you think it would get the message across? What's the best way to handle this situation without starting a neighborhood
Okay.
feud?
Sadly, with neighbors whose dogs do that, you almost can't stop them. Like they just.
No. But she's thinking about doing the cat litter. I would scoop it up and put it right on their doorstep and say, "Hey, this is your dog's gift. You take care of
There
it."
you go.
And let that once they. You keep doing that, and they might get pissed off, but you're the one that's picking it up because some people are very rude. I'm sorry. They walk their dog, or they let their dogs out at nighttime. I had a neighbor who did that. He didn't like my reaction when I caught his dog doing it. After that, he didn't do it no more. But no, put it on his doorstep and see how they like it.
But how do you not go pick it up? Like,
Well, in first place, they shouldn't have dogs if they're going to let them roam the neighborhood like that.
yeah.
If you're on a leash and you're walking your dog and he poops, say, pick it up. Have decency to do that. But if they're doing it and that's the neighbor's dog, I told you the situation. Nara had that little Chihuahua dog that used to cross the road and come and do it on my yard. But luckily they tore that place down, so he's gone. So that situation's taken care of. But No, I would put it right on his doorstep, not even back in his yard, right on the doorstep. So when they walk out of the house, they get the hint. Nobody wants to step on dog shit.
No.
You know.
Out of curiosity, I don't know, maybe you can Google this, Giggles. Would you be able to put like cayenne pepper or something? Like they don't like that smell, right? So would
Well,
you be able to
Dogs?
maybe, but like would it even last on the lawn?
no, but you shouldn't have to do that. I mean, yes, I get
Well,
it.
I mean,
'Cause,
like if you don't want to
you know,
confront them.
my wife thinks like if you put pepper where the
Yeah.
cats come and do their business, that I'm
It
sure that
deters
works.
them.
It works to a certain point.
Vinegar works very well
Vinegar,
for Christmas
okay.
trees. Like, I don't know about dogs. Let me see. For cats won't touch
Yeah.
like anything that you spray vinegar on. They go.
Yeah.
You have to
Really?
like spray it after a couple days because the smell fades.
Well, that's the whole thing. So you're wasting money spraying something.
But
The
vinegar's
cats,
so cheap.
well, I know, but still. But no, I still rather just pick it up and put it on their doorstep and say, hey, let them say, oh, it is. Well, it's your dog. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
take
trying to
care of
give
it.
additional options.
No, I know, but
So, can I ask you something? When
Yes.
you were a kid, did you guys ever put dog shit in a bag and light it on fire and ring somebody's doorbell?
well, we lived in the country, so I didn't have to, I had no next door neighbors. No, I never did that. And I wouldn't do that just for the idea that when you light something on fire, what happens if they're not home and you got a bag of fire in the front door and the
Yeah,
house
you ain't
burns down?
putting it out.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I've always been curious to see if anybody's actually done it because I've only seen it in movies.
Yes.
I don't know anybody that's.
And I would not do that just for the idea of if something happens and the house does catch on fire. No, I'm sorry. That's a little prank that goes too far.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying the other people won't do it, but I wouldn't. So, no. But, oh well.
Vinegar, citruses, like oranges, lemons, limes, and other strong scents like curry plant, mustard oil, and chili powder.
For dogs?
They also sell dog repellent sprays.
Really?
No, I just
Interesting.
think owners got to step up and respect
Yeah.
their, take care of their animals. And I got one, well, I don't know if he's a neighbor, but he walks through my yard or my neighborhood. He's got one of those Portuguese dogs.
Oh,
But
the man
or-
No,
some
the
gills,
some
some
gill
gills.
Oh, gotcha.
But he puts a muzzle on them, which is fine. He understands. He knows that the dog's probably tame enough, but he doesn't want to take a chance that he might bite somebody. He's taking responsibility. But people who let their dogs run loose and take a dump and then call them and say, "Come back." No, I'm sorry, dude. That's not responsibility.
So I was like trying to put myself in the situation. I think my dumbass would put the dog, like get the dog poop in a paper bag and then go knock on the door and be like, hey, your dog left this for me. Here you go.
Well,
Just
well,
hand it to them.
that's
Because that way you know they got it.
Well, no.
And what are they going to do? They're either going to open it at the door or take it in the house and
Well,
then look.
if you don't want to do that, I mean, that's almost the same thing I was saying.
Yeah.
Or just put it on the front doorstep, whether you put it in a bag or dump it on the. Actually, I would dump it so they
that
have
way
to
they
clean
see
it.
it,
So they
yeah.
have to clean it. So they know what it
Oh, that's
feels like.
good,
So they
yeah.
know what it feels like
Maybe
having
like-
to,
Especially if you don't
Your
have
dog
pets.
left this behind.
Yeah.
yeah, it belongs to you, But
Especially what?
When you don't have pets,
Oh yeah.
like I lived in a condo and holy crap, this one lady, she had a big old pit bull. And don't get me wrong, I love pit bulls. I think they're just the cutest dogs. I've had them growing up. You know what I mean? They've always been my sweetest dogs. But it's like, a pit bull shit is like this
oh yeah,
big.
it's big.
And it's like you walk all the way around the complex to my side and let your dog take this big ass shit and then just walk away. There's bags fucking everywhere,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
That used to piss me off because people would park on the side and I'd be like, hey, watch where you step. And you shouldn't have to do that.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, and then it smells like shit.
Well, you know the incident that happened here in this studio one day,
You
but
know,
that was an accident.
That was
though.
a fluke.
That was a
'cause
fluke.
She
though.
never,
did
does
that. But that
So
poor thing.
I think she was pissed. That
Yeah, well, that's okay. But see, that's
Grandma left.
different. That's different. When a dog does it, that's different. But when the people do it themselves, let them do it themselves. There's no excuse for that. So
Yeah. So Sally, let us know what approach you take. If you just throw it on their doorstep, or if you put it in a bag and hand it to them, or what you do.
yeah, I mean,
I'm curious because you can
just-
help somebody else out.
yeah, I mean, they'll get the hint. They'll get the hint, and if they make a big scene about it, hey, that's their problem. You don't need neighbors like that.
No. Okay. The next question is from Misty.
Ooh, I love the name.
I do too. I think it's a very pretty name.
Hmm.
I'm living with a roommate who spends more time talking to their plants than they do talking to me. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great that they care about their greenery, but it's starting to feel a little weird and lonely. I try to start conversations, but they seem way more interested in chatting with their fern than me. How do I deal with this situation without making things
Oh, that's
awkward
pretty simple,
or coming
Misty.
off as needy?
That's pretty simple, Misty. Just dress up as a plant. That's
Oh
all you
my
have to do.
Why a plant?
Because the person likes to talk to plants instead of her.
Oh.
Just I would get a big vase. I would get a big vase and dress up as a plant.
Like your daughter's
And sit
picture when she was a
yes,
kid, just get a
and sit
sunflower and
there
put it around your head.
and see if your roommate starts talking to you.
Could you imagine? She's like all in a pot and she's just like, hey, how's it going?
As long as he doesn't water you every day, you're pretty good.
I was watching a show about this little person that would
A little
get
person?
into-
I love little
person
people.
that would like get into people's houses and like raid their food and stuff.
What does that have to
What?
do with plants?
And people film this?
No. It's like a documentary thing talking
Oh.
about her and like what you do.
Did they catch this little person in action?
Yeah. No. Yes.
I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
In my house, yeah.
How'd they get in? Like the dog door?
Well, probably.
No, because it was in a neighborhood where it was like really chill, so people would leave their doors unlocked.
Well, I
that-
mean, that's your fault.
that's your
They-
fault. That's your fault.
Do you know how
Yeah.
many people I lock outside?
You
Even when
guys-
it's not
Lot.
even my home, I still lock the door behind me. It's force of habit. You know how many times
It's
I
a
hear,
good force of habit.
you locked me out again. I'm like, oh, sorry. Or they'll call me. I'm like, yeah. Can you let me in? Oops.
Now getting back, we better help Misty out, or we're never gonna get.
Sorry, Misty.
I know we got off track here, Misty.
Ooh. I really think that your roommate doesn't care.
No, I mean maybe buy a plant and start a discussion with with your roommate and say, hey, what do you think about this plant? And blah blah blah. But then again, if they start talking to the plant and you're ignored, boy, I tell you, I don't know.
But I like where you're going with that, because if you have the same interest and you're like, how often do you have to water this? What's the best way to take care of it?
Start a conversation.
Will it thrive
yes.
with next to this plant?
Yes,
Will it
yes,
do better?
yes.
Maybe
You-
that'll start getting them.
You know how many
to-
plants I've killed because I overwater them?
Yeah,
My
me
daughter
too.
hates me for things I've killed, not knowing I wasn't doing the right thing. So, but hey, you learn.
Because you're like me, I don't want them to be thirsty.
No. So I drown them. Well, I had my wife. We had like a shrub in one of these big vases, and it was drying up, and she said, "Oh, you're putting too much water." I said, I said, "No, I mean the soil's." Well, it turns out, we had it transplanted to another vase because half of it was already dead. She forgot to take the plug from the bottom of it out.
Oh,
A lot of these have plugs, and so that whole thing was, it was drowning. The roots were drowning. So I took the plug out. Now it's coming back. It's thriving, but we don't know these things. You got to check for certain things. You got to put holes in these things so the water can leave. So
isn't it a great feeling when you bring it back to life?
yeah. I mean,
I love that.
I mean, half of it's probably not going to come back, but I could see the new branches coming on from the other side. So what I do is I just keep turning it, the dead side's
Yeah.
facing the wall. But yeah, it was just, I told my wife, I said, here's the problem. After we flipped it over, I said, the plug's still in the bottom. We never took it out, So it was on both of our faults. I'm not blaming her. It was my fault just as much as hers, but it
Did
happened.
she blame you?
100%.
Yeah, because I was putting water to it.
Yeah.
I was putting water to it, so I put too much water. Ah, man.
Put too much water.
Oh, man. So
Yeah, Misty, I think that's going to be your best bet. Try to bond regarding the plants. Like
Yeah.
Papa Tony said, it doesn't have to be anything big. Start small,
and if not, dress up as the Jolly Green Giant and see what happens.
Or shrub.
Poor thing. I'm sure they're not ignoring you on purpose, but that's just their peacetime. Some people,
I'll be honest, I talk to my plants.
and actually, it's proven that
They're living.
that actually works. You you talk to your plants. I don't know if they hear you or what, but it's good. That is true.
Makes them happy.
Oh my God,
Makes
I
them
just
happy.
realized. I wonder if that's why my neighbors never talk to me. Because I'd come out like, hey, beautiful girl, look at you. And I'd be like watering my
Oh,
plants.
probably.
You know why across your field, why corn grows so well?
Yeah.
Because they have ears.
Wait.
Sorry.
But who are they hearing talk out here? That's my thing.
Huh?
Who are they hearing talk out here? That's
They
my
can hear
Probably
everybody's
me.
conversation.
I talk to
Oh,
myself
probably.
a lot too.
I do that.
I talk to my dog. I talk to
I
anything
talk
that
to
will.
trees.
I talk to anything that will listen.
Yeah, as long as they don't respond, we're okay. It's when they start responding, then you have to worry.
You know
That's
what
the
I
problem.
love is my dog. I always call her my little one. Like when it's just her and I for like a long period of time. I think she gets sick of me talking to her.
Oh,
It gives it side eye.
Because she's just like,
shut the fuck
seriously? Like,
up.
can you just not
Shut
right
up.
now?"
I'm tired.
And she'll go,
Yes.
and she'll like lay down.
Yeah,
I was
dogs
like,
are
"Okay,
so
mommy
smart.
will be quiet now."
When God made a dog to be a man's best friend or a human's best friend, I don't want to just say man because women, I think he knew exactly what he was doing on that part because they are. To me,
unconditional
dogs
love.
are just unbelievable.
I just love how happy she is to see me.
Well,
Whether it's in the morning or I'm
Yeah.
like, you slept right next to me all night. She's like,
I know.
like all excited.
yep.
You know?
Well,
That's fine.
hopefully that helps you, Misty.
Yeah, Misty and Sally, I hope we helped you guys. Let us know. Send us some updates. Thank you, listeners, for submitting your questions. And if you want to submit a question to us and see what absurdities come out of our mouths, you can submit a question on Instagram or TikTok at Rocking on the Porch. Make me laugh
I'll try.
now.
I will. I try.
Giggles. Giggling over there.
I got to go quick because I have to pee.
He talked about not laughing in the bedroom. Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
I don't know. A couple weeks ago, you were like,
Oh, no, when
don't
you're...
laugh during.
No, yeah, because I don't want to have a conversation when I'm doing the deed.
But she wants to laugh.
Yeah, but we're not doing the deed.
What the fuck are you?
No.
We're just going to move on.
Okay.
Not awkward for the.
All right, here's the first one. My wife is mad at me when she found out I replaced her bed with a trampoline. Boy, did she hit the roof. These are so stupid.
I love these. These are the best.
My coworker is Filipino, and her husband is from Holland. She doesn't understand why people keep calling her kids jalapenos.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Why do Mexican kids walk around the school like they own the place? It's because their dads build it and their moms clean them.
Oh.
Wow. You went there.
I had to. Okay, actually, this is all.
Technically, up here, it'd be a different.
Well, no, but
Yeah, technically.
okay, this is a teacher and a student talking. Teacher saying, "Why are you late?" The student, "My parents are fighting." Teacher, "Is that a valid reason?" Student, "My mom was using one of my shoes to beat my dad, so I had to wait till she was finished so I could put it on."
Oh.
It's like, Mom, I'm
Hey,
late.
Mom, I gotta go to school. I need my
Actually,
shoe.
would you even say anything? Because she might turn
Well,
around
I
and
know,
hit
I
you. You know
know.
what I mean? I'd be like, I'll just wait.
I'll just wait patiently for her to drop the shoe.
I'm in no hurry.
I know. And a little bit of wisdom to finish out. Why do you suppose they call them hemorrhoids? Shouldn't they be called asteroids?
Thanks.
Oh, almost hit your kitty.
Meow.
Yeah, ouch.
I like that you say ouch.
Ouch.
It hurts.
Ouch.
Ouch.
It's just paper.
Paper. Paper cuts, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
They hurt too, those paper
Yeah.
cuts. I never seen the blue. I didn't know the bird had a blue bottom.
You guys have had a lot of
Never
coffee.
looked at its.
I never looked at its
It has a
bottom.
blue bottom?
Yeah, I mean the
Oh.
looks like a butt plug.
So you know which end is up.
Okay.
Well, guys, you ready for the weird animal fact?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Bed bugs.
Should I start
Ugh.
itching now or later?
Whatever you want. Okay, so I'm sure you were always curious about how bed bugs get busy, get jiggy
Well,
with
they're
it.
already in the bed.
Get jiggy with it. I know,
Na,
right?
na, 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 na.
Na, na, na,
That's
na.
what I used to say when
Yeah.
I go smoke a cigarette. I'd be like, I'm gonna go get jiggy.
Well, so when a male gets in the mood, he'll mount a recently fed female. Sometimes a male, again,
They don't
I don't
care.
know what
They just
these-
want to
yeah.
stick it in.
they just like to get off, I guess.
That she was gonna say something profound. Just kidding.
And he plunges.
Isn't that what she says to him?
Huh?
Isn't that what she says?
Oh,
to him?
get off! Yeah, sometimes. If I were her, I would. A female bed bug.
The faster you get them off, the better. That's all I say. Then you could go back to sleep.
And he plunges his sharp needle-like penis directly into an open wound, like he just like stabs her,
Oh,
Wait, so he just makes his own hole?
pretty much, bypassing her perfectly functional reproductive tract, which is only used for outbound eggs. So,
What kind
Yeah.
of fucked up shit is this?
yeah. So then the sperm travels through the blood, like the bug blood, it's
Oh,
called
great.
lymph,
Now he gave her a disease.
to the ovaries where it fertilizes her eggs.
Wait,
oh,
so he makes a hole,
and
comes
it
in her,
Injects his semen,
and then
yeah.
her blood takes it to where it needs to go.
But not always.
Oh.
So, the females can die from this. They can die from their injuries or the infections. In order to survive, they have come up with a couple of techniques. So some of the females, they have a
Hey.
genital structure called spermolage. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That helps them heal, or the females. Or another way that the female does this. Oh, let me go into what spermolage is, because I was like, what the heck? How does it help them heal? Anyway, so spermolage, it guides it's like a tube thing. It guides the male copulatory organ, the penis, to a specific area and directs the sperm to a sac-like structure where they can be stored. So yeah, like she'll kind of like, psych, redirect, get it into the sac.
And she just holds on to it?
And then she holds onto the sperm until she's ready to fertilize her eggs.
How long does that last?
That I don't know actually. I'll have to Google that.
Interesting.
So, the other way that you can stop the male is by stop the sexual soiree, is by curling into a ball.
I like that they call it soiree.
she used big words. She lost me.
So if she's not ready,
She's not
Get
horny.
down.
She just rolls up in a ball.
yeah.
Well, yeah, if she wants to like not get stabbed, she's like, hit, psych.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, stop, drop,
So
and
she
roll,
plays
pretty much.
possum then,
Yeah.
almost. She just plays dead.
Yeah.
So it's like most women.
You know,
Either got a headache or they're dead.
you think just having bed bugs is fucked up, but now you have to worry about them having
There
sex,
has sex
in your
bed. Exactly.
and they're doing this shit.
Especially what happens if you're doing it and they're doing it at the same time? Is that considered an orgy?
Do you think they mimic you? Do you think they like copy you?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
You know where to stick yours.
well, I had a neighbor years ago. His wife was kind of, well, she was. I'm not going to, she was kind of heavy. Yeah. He told me one time, he said, hey, we were doing it last night. I don't know if I was in there or not, 'cause she had a few rolls. So he just stuck it in somewhere. He said, I don't think I was in the right one, but I finished wherever I could.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I'm surprised you
That's a
wouldn't
true
say
story. That's a
anything.
true
I would be like,
Well,
oh,
you see,
And then, but
stab
the
it.
sad thing about it, he said that, and his wife was standing next to him. And I mean, she knew the type of guy he was. You know, he wasn't afraid to say stupid shit.
Well, did she
But-
tell him at all? Like,
I,
"Hey,
I
you're
you
in the
know,
right
she was
spot,"
so
or, like-
yeah. But the thing is, that's what he was. He didn't give a shit. But
Wow.
he said, hey, I was probably close, but I just went ahead and
Probably better for her. Okay, so female bedbugs can become pregnant within 24 hours of mating. They lay eggs approximately 1 to 2 weeks after fertilization, and the incubation period for bedbug eggs is typically 6 to 10 days, depending on temperature and humidity.
That's actually a very long time.
Yeah.
yeah. So you better
Little
check into a
bugs.
room in between their eggs so they won't hatch on you. Shit.
So, if somebody had told me I'd be learning about bed bugs' sex life, I would tell them to fuck off.
No, but
my
we
gosh,
learn about
bed bugs?
everything
Yeah.
sex life.
Bedbugs generally have a lifespan of 4 to 12 months.
Well,
So they're like, damn.
yeah, but look, how many days does a fly live?
Yeah.
Flies are even
Depends.
less.
Are they in my room? Because
No, no. Well, no, I know, but they don't live very long. That's the thing, That's which is good. Flies was one animal that God should have forgot, but that's okay. I'm sure they're
They
here for a
have
reason.
their purpose.
Mosquitoes are right there with
Yeah, no, I think mosquitoes are probably even better. Yeah,
worse.
worse. I mean, better as far as eliminating them. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway.
good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
That's interesting. Now when I'm laying in
So-
bed, I have something else to think about.
So now you got to bring protection.
Are you having
for
an orgy and you just
Oh
don't know it?
God,
Yeah.
you're like, are you touching me?
Oh,
So if I feel like a little prick,
you don't want to ever be in bed and have your wife say, "I feel a little prick." Okay,
Yeah.
be careful how you say that.
Yeah.
it could be the bed bug.
Well,
Y'all, is that little fucker trying to stab me?
Well, guys, you ready to get your mind out of the gutter?
no.
That was a silly question.
What do men keep in their pants that their partners sometimes blow?
Money.
Yeah.
Finally got one.
Yeah,
You know that
was,
one?
Yeah, it was because I was talking about my tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kept that in the back of your mind. That's good.
Your tattoo.
A dollar sign on my pecker.
Oh yeah.
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 She forgot. She doesn't. So
She
he can watch his wife blow it.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
There we go. Now it's
Yes, I
back.
remember. Okay.
it came back. Yeah,
Okay.
she
You
finally
have a
woke up.
telltale sign when you don't know what we're talking about is because you pretend you do, but you always look to your left. Just a heads up.
I look to my right.
Or well, to
Well,
my
our left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't look to your right. If you just had looked at me and just
Yeah.
shook your head, I would have thought you knew exactly what.
Okay.
Yeah, your
I'll have
telltales.
to-
Yeah, don't look away. Don't break eye contact.
Unless I just want to.
I'm trying to help you.
Unless I want you guys to know that I don't know. Okay. Next. What does a man have in his trousers that a lady doesn't want on her face?
What does a man have in his trousers that a woman doesn't want all over her face?
Doesn't want on her face.
Oh, I would just probably think dirty underwear
No.
in his trousers.
It's something innocent, remember?
Okay. In his
What does a
Dirty
man have
tissue?
in his trousers?
Tissue?
Maybe it's on. No, it's in.
Tissue?
No, not tissue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
in his trousers.
What do you have in your trousers?
That a lady doesn't want on her face.
Googly eyes?
No?
No, that's puzzling me right now.
You ready?
Yeah,
Wrinkles.
wrinkles.
Yeah.
You talking about my nutsack?
We are now.
I guess so.
Some women like to get teabagged.
You like tea, don't you?
Yeah.
Not that kind.
You know what? Women teabag other women. What's it called?
Clam bake or clam?
Flappuccino.
Oh my gosh.
There goes my frappuccino. Do you want a frappuccino? No.
No, I'm good. I'm
thanks.
good.
Nope,
I'm good.
nope.
I'm good.
I'll make my own. That's good. I like
Yeah,
it.
and if a
gotta
guy
pee.
asks me,
Hurry up.
you want tea? No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Know your audience or the
Hey.
company you keep.
yes.
Yep.
Tea bags are okay.
So I feel like my leave you with this kind of ties in with like the bed bug.
Oh boy.
Kind of like with
Count
the
your
comments.
bells.
Yeah. Ready for this one?
Ready?
I walked into the bedroom
Mm.
to find my wife dead in bed the other day, looking at her lifeless there.
He's so lucky.
I decided to have one last go.
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, right in the middle of it, she opened her eyes and shouted, "Boo!" Honestly, some people are fucking sick in the head.
Really?
Not him.
I know.
Her.
I know.
Her. Oh my gosh. Eee.
Why do women do that? Why do they just lay there?
Oh, I was like, what? People play dead?
Yeah. Well, I told you the story about my friend. His wife would just lay there, and he even said, "Hey, move, do something. You look like you're dead." And some
Well,
people just
question,
don't.
was that her first boyfriend that she just happened to marry?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they already had a few kids. It's not like, but he just said she's one of those that just lays motionless. She doesn't, no
probably like,
sound,
"Hurry the fuck
no
up."
sound comes. I don't know. I wasn't there, but he made it sound like it was like, she didn't. She was like, you're right. Hurry up and get it over with. She didn't care anymore.
Probably
So.
is what she's thinking.
Yeah, no. Well, needless to say, they're not married anymore. But so.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but she remarried, so hopefully she's happy. So
Hey, some people are into that.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh well, she had a reason too. So I'm not going to mention why, but she had a good reason. Poor thing. Oh well, very good, very good. Okay, Miss Giggles, what are you doing over there?
Who told
I
you?
drew a cat.
Who told you can draw me?
Oh.
You guys are into kitties
She said
today.
no.
Hey, that's a pretty good
That's
cat.
actually a cute
That's
cat.
a cute cat.
I could draw the rest of the body.
Well, I mean,
How about we wrap it
how
up?
about we wrap it up because Papa Tony needs to go pee. Okay.
Yeah, we need to eat.
Well, I'm not worried about eating. I need to drain the horse.
No,
here.
I already took a nap, so I'm good.
Well, you did, but I
Yeah.
can't.
While we were recording, ladies and gentlemen. You literally
Yep.
passed out because I saw you pop your
did.
head up.
You.
It was bad. I could not. And then I stood up because I couldn't. I couldn't.
And we're doing this early. I hate to see when we do a late show.
I feel like she'd be more awake.
I would.
You would?
She's
Yeah.
more of a night owl.
What?
I am. And then also, like, this is kind of my nap time.
Oh, your body. But
No, because it's around the time that my boyfriend goes to sleep. So then usually, like, we'll talk. And then I'll fall asleep, too, whenever he falls asleep for a little bit. And then, he falls asleep. I fall asleep for a little bit. And then, yeah, that's my nap.
and you guys wake up, have more conversation.
So do you?
No. I wake up. He keeps sleeping.
Do you take a nap at work?
No.
See, I think you.
After work.
I think you're one of those that does like those little power naps, 5-10
Yeah.
minutes,
Yeah,
and you're
and
good
then
to
I'm like,
go.
"Woo."
And some people can do that, and I don't think I can. But
I can't.
Some people they say that's all I need.
You
5
do
minutes
have to
and-
take like the perfect amount. You have to take either 15 minutes or like a little bit, or you have to go through your whole sleep cycles. So you either before you enter REM, I think it is, like where you dream, you have to sleep a little bit and you'll feel okay. But if you enter REM, you have to sleep the whole cycle, so like an hour and 30 minutes or whatever, and then you'll feel okay.
Do you remember that day I ran upstairs? Literally, I felt like I was gone for 2 seconds, and I came down. You were sleeping on the fireplace.
Me?
Yeah, you were laying right there where the rooster is.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I looked at him, and I was like, "What the fuck did I miss?"
I mean,
Cute
he's got a big one,
A big what?
tail.
big tail.
Oh,
What?
oh,
Not that kind of picture.
okay.
Papa Tony's hoping you can wrap it up.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I thought you were talking about wrapping up the cat. Okay.
Oh, I got
Wrapping it up. If y'all have any questions for any of us and want to share a story or a joke, feel free to reach out on our Instagram at Rockin on the Porch, and we'll do our best to answer them in the next episode. Show some love by following, liking, and reviewing our podcast on the platform you listen on. Hey, I hit my eye. Well above my eye.
No one's.
If we were able to
They're
brighten your
all
day even a
sticky.
little bit with our stupidity, then go ahead and share this podcast with your friends and
Oh,
family
shit, I'm getting
who
worried.
have a sense of humor.
Heck.
Thank you for listening and laughing with us. Until next week, don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split ya.
Thank you, listeners, for all your love and support.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you next week.
I'll see you.
Papa
as soon as-
Tony's really scared right now.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
scared because I have to pee and she's going to hit me. Bye.
Bye, y'all.